Hi, Jenny Sauer here. I'm a mobile solutions specialist with PPQ's Field Ops End User Tools Group, and this is the 15th or last video in a video series introducing you to the basics of using the IPHIS Data Collector mobile application. Brianna Flunk and Emma Perez have taken you through the details in videos 1 to 14. In this video, we will sum up just what we want you to take away and help prepare you to complete the quiz. The quiz asks for your email address. Enter that with care, as that will automate an email to you indicating that you have completed this training. Feel free to pass that on to your supervisor or keep it in a folder so that you have that as a list of accomplishments for this year. And congratulations! Getting through this video series is no small feat and certainly sets you up for an excellent foundation in using the IDC mobile app. Let's get started, starting with video 1. In video 1, we overviewed the IPHIS application. IPHIS is defined as the USDA Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service Integrated Plant Health Information System. It is both a web-based application and contains a mobile application component. This video series delved into introducing you to that IPHIS Data Collector or IDC mobile application. Where can you find information on IPHIS? In general, going to Google and typing in USDA IPHIS is a good start. You want to look for the .gov ending, and here's the link for you. That link can be found either by searching Google or look in the description below of any of the videos in this series. The second video talked about accessing IPHIS. In order to access IPHIS, it requires 2 security steps. Firstly, a minimum of eAuthentication level 1 and an IPHIS user role request that has been approved. IPHIS typically does not like a plus sign as far as special characters go in your eAuthentication password. So if you're having trouble signing in, just be sure you don't have a plus sign in your authentication password. In video 3, we talked about installing the IDC or IPHIS Data Collector application to a mobile device. The IPHIS Data Collector mobile application can only be installed and used on an iOS or Apple device. That being said, it is available for free for installation from the Apple App Store. All PPQ devices automatically have by default the IDC mobile application installed. If you don't have that, you might contact CECIT to have that done. In video 4, we talked about signing in. Signing into the IDC mobile application is done using your eAuthentication username and password. Again, just a reminder to make sure your password does not contain that plus character, as IPHIS does not seem to play well with that plus character. In video 5, we talked a little bit about the application structure. There are 3 categories in which the IDC application organizes data. Those are Office, Assignment, and Workbook, starting with the broad view of an office and narrowing it down to assignment and then workbooks within that assignment. If there is a term used with IPHIS, and there can be many, you can find it defined in the IDC User Manual's glossary. In video 6, we talked about data organization in the IDC app. There are 4 tiers in which the IDC application collects field data. These are location, site, activity, and sample, if a sample is collected. Much like the application structure, this begins in a more broader term with the location and starts narrowing down to the sites within the location, activities performed on those sites, and samples collected on those activities. You should record an activity every time you visit a site. If it's not recorded, it didn't happen. You will not necessarily record a sample under every activity. A sample is only recorded if collected during that activity being performed. The activity level or tier of field data collection allows you to record a date for when an action was performed at a site. In video 7, we talked in more depth on the field data collection location. we learned that IPHIS is very forgiving in the way that you enter a location address. For instance, an address containing East Main Street could be written with the E abbreviated, with street abbreviated, or any combination thereof, and IPHIS recognizes the address. In video 8, we discussed field data collection as it pertained to recording site data. A site is recorded in the specific area where you are performing the activity. There can be many sites within a location. In video 9, we discussed field data collection regarding activity data collection. The activity field is the only data field that allows you to record a date for when you performed a survey or trap action. You do need to record an activity regardless of whether you find a specimen. Every visit to a trap site requires an activity to be recorded. In video 10, we discussed field data collection with regards to sample data entry. You do not always have to record a sample for each activity performed. A sample should be recorded if you collect a specimen during an activity and plan to submit trap contents for identification. In video 11, some QA/QC best practices and some editing tips and tricks were covered using the IDC application. It's important to note that after you have uploaded your workbook to the IPHIS database, you will no longer have access to edit that data in the IDC app. So be sure you've performed all edits before uploading your workbook to the IPHIS database. In reviewing the data entered, your locations that are highlighted in yellow are recorded in the mobile application and not yet uploaded to the IPHIS database. Locations that have been successfully uploaded to the IPHIS database will be highlighted in green. In video 12, we discussed the workbook upload. In order to transfer data from the IDC app to the IPHIS database, in other words, from the mobile device to the database cloud, you need to upload your workbook. The upload icon looks like a cloud with an upward arrow in it. In video 13, we talked about getting help and some troubleshooting tips. All IPHIS related issues should be reported to MTAC by calling a 1-877 number or by sending an email to help@usda.gov. This information can be found on the main IPHIS website under IPHIS support or within the Getting Help section of the IDC user guide. In video 14, we discussed some optional features. The most important take-home on optional features is they are optional, sometimes for a reason. Really be sure to check with your supervisor before using any features that are listed as optional within the IDC app. Hopefully this summary of some of the main takeaway points of all of the previous 14 videos helps you find success in completing the quiz. Remember, the link to the quiz is found in the description below. Good luck, and thanks for watching.